So, just to start off with, could you just briefly describe the general characteristics of the computational biology chemistry?
So one thing that I want to point out that's different about this track early on is that the natural sciences sequences that we prefer don't include all of the natural sciences. So for example, physics is not part of our standard set for computational biology. We have various biology, various physiology, chemistry, those types. We have, I think, 6 different sequences. And so that's something that students often start taking early. So, but I'm not sure what you mean by generally. What is it? Motivation, in the last few decades, computing is really revolutionizing the way biologists do biology, the way hospitals, medical professionals are doing their jobs. And it's not just that they need some things done in ways that have always been done before, but there's lots of new, interesting problems that really take some deep thinking from computer scientists.
Going on the last line that you said, what are the main interests that people have come on with this track?
So, here on campus, some of us do predicting gene protein function, which is basic research along the line towards maybe creating better medicines and such. There's large effort about the human microbiome and lots of other microbiomes where looking at the assortment. So there's 100 to 1,000 times more bacterial cells in our bodies than there are human cells. So that we've been looking at the human genome, trying to understand all the genes and proteins in the human body, but we really need to start understanding some of these bacteria that are within us and how those interact with our proteins and such. And CU Boulder is one of, I think, 3 national centers for that research. There's folks looking at natural language processing, looking at biomedical literature, where not only is genome sequence data growing exponentially faster than computing power, but so is the literature. And I think Larry Hunter was saying this, if you have to pick one field in biomedicine, there could be 200 new papers a day published. So how do you manage that? You can't possibly read it all. How do you even find the ones that are most interesting to you? People working with personal health records. So, how can people help manage their health records, their medications? Particularly older people who have many medications, it can be very difficult to keep track of whether you've taken them, which ones have you taken. You go to a new doctor, are you taking any medications? Yes, which ones? How much? What's the dosage? So things that will help, even the technophobes amongst us be able to help do that better. Gains for health, improving people's health, electronic medical records.
And obviously, each person has a different capability of doing things. I'm just wondering, what characteristics in a computer scientist makes a good candidate for this computational biology?
So, I think one of the key things for computational biology, and really for any interdisciplinary science, is to be able to learn from different fields, but more importantly, to work with people in different fields, to collaborate, to work with people with different backgrounds, different perspectives. And certainly when you get into the health informatics, you need to be able to work with patients of different backgrounds, literacy, different socioeconomic status, and be able to respect that all of these differences are equally valid in perspectives.
And one last question. After college, we're all looking for jobs. It's a big thing, it's a big deal. And what are some of the job opportunities or industries that I would have as an advantage by choosing computational biology?
Certainly, things that you would think of, the biotech companies, pharmaceutical companies these days all have large computational units, national research labs, research centers, hospitals, but companies that you wouldn't expect also. So IBM has a huge amount of life science research going on. I'm talking to somebody from Microsoft, in their, bioinformatics or some kind of unit that's related. So there's many opportunities.
That's all the questions.